Well, Marvel is now having to reap what they have sown, hopefully pushing all of the DEI woke nonsense agenda stuff in their films has been worth it to them to completely see the total collapse of their empire. Layoffs at Marvel following MCU reduction. Only one movie getting released this year with Deadpool and Wolverine, which follows the MCU's downward spiral since Endgame. And ever since Endgame, it has indeed been a complete downward trend for Marvel at the box office and even with some of the reviews. With Marvel Studios only releasing one movie this year and with it confirmed the MCU is going through a reduction, it's learned layoffs have happened at the company. According to the trades, Marvel Studios has laid off 15 lower level production and development employees at Marvel Studios in Burbank, as well as employees at its Marvel Entertainment division in New York. It's no secret Marvel has been suffering since the release of Avengers Endgame. It hasn't had a billion-dollar blockbuster amid a string of failures, which is just crazy because leading up to Endgame, Marvel was just putting out successful film after successful film. It was actually kind of insane how unstoppable they seemed to be. And then after Endgame, everything just completely collapsed. The only exception to that would be No Way Home, which Marvel was a participant on. So recently it saw the release of The Marvels, which massively bombed so much it's the worst performing MCU movie and superhero movie of all time. What an embarrassment. Imagine going from being at the very top of the mountain with the Avengers Endgame to being being literally at the foot of the mountain with the Marvels. So was the feminist crap worth it, Marvel? Was the DEI nonsense worth it? Well, depends on who you ask. Maybe it is worth it to them. I don't know. I mean, at this point, you know, with Disney continuing to push for woke stuff, despite all of the box office flops and Marvel and everything else, maybe there is something that is worth it to them. It doesn't really seem like they have any regrets for it, which is just insane. Disney CEO Bob Iger confirmed they would be slowing down the release of both Marvel and Star Wars, which if they were extremely successful and everything was going well, why would they have to slow down the release? Well, that just goes to show that things are not all hunky-dory with Marvel and Star Wars. So the first step that we've taken is that we've reduced volume. We've reduced output, particularly at Marvel. Whatever you say, Bob Iger, I don't believe a word of that, and I don't think anybody else really does either. Now, there might be some people out there that are like,
oh, well, they only laid off like 15 employees, so what's the big deal?
But really, just think about this, okay? We're talking about Marvel. We're talking about Marvel Studios, which should be so successful, which should be at the top of its game at the point where they are not laying off people, they are hiring more people to continue to build the empire that is Marvel. But this all just shows you that that is not the case. This is a direct sign of the complete failure that Marvel has become over the past few years, and that is the big takeaway with all of this. Marvel didn't need to go this way, okay? Marvel could have continued to be successful after Endgame. No Way Home is a prime example of that, but that is not the path that they have chosen, and now they're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. So with that being said, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.